Hey everybody, it's Prof Rob. Welcome to whatever the hell this is. I decided Let's Plays are fucking gay as shit. I'm not doing that anymore. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. Doing Feed the Beast shit. So this is me doing questing mode on Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. So you can enjoy watching this. It's not a Let's Play though, and this isn't coming out regularly. It's whenever the fuck I want, because fuck it, nobody's watching. Probably no one will ever watch. This is just a me thing. So I'm just gonna talk about shit and play this game for an hour or so. I mean, I'm gonna be playing longer than an hour, but you'll see an hour of it. Maybe. I got college in about 2 hours. So I'm just going to talk about what's going on in my life. It's kind of shitty. Like, bad luck after bad luck. It all started about a month and a half ago, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying not to think about the passage of time. It makes things easier. So, it starts with my girlfriend leaving me, which I was okay with, but also not wanting to be friends anymore, which was much less okay for me, because she was basically like 50 or 75% of my friend count. I do have a third of a human who I am friends with. Don't ask how the math works. But that's one thing, and I'd have adapted fine to that. And then I got something shitty and stupid happen to me, which is I was helping my grandmother cook out in the kitchen, and knives fell all over me, and that sucked. So, with the knives on me and stuff, I had some muscles torn, and now I can't run like a normal person. I can walk, can't run though. So, that's a thing I'm gonna live with. And, you know, I could have lived with that. That could all be fine. But now it looks like my grandmother's coming down with pneumonia. And I live with my grandmother. I live with my mom, but she has no income. I live with my grandma and grandpa. And if something happens to my grandma, at now of all times, I don't know how I'm going to deal. So, I decided, fuck Let's Plays. I don't want to... I'm not putting on a fucking act for you people. You don't deserve that from me. And I don't need to do that. I'm not making money off of you. This is just a hobby now. So, I'm gonna talk about my shit. Now that everything else that mattered to me is pretty much disappearing from my life, the only thing I really have to think about anymore is my art. So that's going to become the central focus of my life. Like, my desire to have a long life has been obliterated now that there's, like, nobody. So I'm going to live long enough to write my books. And if another thing comes into my life that suddenly makes me care about living again, then whoop-de-fucking-do. I guess I'm going to live longer. But, if that doesn't happen, whatever. I'm not afraid of it. Okay. So what I'm working on right now is, I've played Infinity Evolved questing mode before, and a thing I've learned is that this crude blast furnace is 1,000,000 times better than the electrically powered gas furnace that I used before. You get this crude blast furnace, this is your first way to get steel. So you'd think that the second tier steel making furnace would be way better than the fucking primitive caveman bullshit that I've got working right here. But it turns out this thing can do like 6 ingots of steel in the time it would take me to do 1 ingot of steel in the electric one. And I guess the upside to the electric one is it works with electricity, whereas this only accepts a very weird kind of coal that I have to put in the coke oven to make coal coke. This right here. It's like twice as powerful as normal coal. So I'm sticking with this, but I'm gonna skip ahead of the game, and I'm gonna make what's called like a reinforced blast furnace. Because if I'm right, I've never had one of these before, but if I'm right, maybe I'll be able to churn out steel ingot after ingot, and it'll be fucking great. So that's a thing. That's what I'm working on. I have 9 steel ingots over here right now. I need to get 18 more, so that I have 27, and then I hammer those out into plates and all that shit. Lexica Botania. Let me tell you about something. I'm gonna bring you somewhere. Okay, welcome to my little courtyard area where I have sealed this place off from the rest of the world. I always target mountainous areas because if I build a wall around it, it's like I'm another world from the rest of the world. I'm so safe up here, it's ridiculous. If I build a little ledge, even spiders can't get in here. This, you recognize this? Well, let me, yeah, that's my emergency entrance, if I ever need it. So, the thing that's up here is this. You see that dark color? That's not another biome. That's just evilness. Evilness is creeping right up because of this fucking obsidian totem. And I considered getting rid of it, but I'm like, you know what? I need a little conflict in my life. You know, my life is just way too happy. Too many good things have happened to me lately. I need a little more badness. So that's a thing. There's so much I could show you. I'll show you shit for those of you who have never played Infinity Evolved. I'll show you it when it comes up. Like, you see that portal over here? That's to, like, the Twilight Forest, Twilight Zone bullshit. I'll explain it when it comes up. Right now, what I'm going to explain is this bullshit. It's from a mod pack called Botania. And it pissed me the fuck off. Because right here in the quest book, your little guide for this weird world, you go to the quest that involves Botania. Let me open that up. Great. So I've completed the quest, but it misleads you. Here, it says, the runic altar is another of the crafting mechanics Botania offers. It requires you to point a mana spreader at it. This is a mana spreader, right here. A weird pumpkin thing. It just shoots magic if you fill it with magic. So, you shoot that shit at it, and then you throw all the ingredients onto it. Oh, okay, I misread it. I thought... So this is like a weird crafting table. You right-click it, and whatever's in your hand goes onto the altar. See, I've got that weird ghostly shit happening with my carrots and book. And you shift right-click to take it off. So, I thought what it wanted me to put this living rock onto the thing, and then everything would be awesome. But what it actually wants is it wants me to find the ingredients for shit, put all the ingredients on there, and then put the living rock on it. So I'm a dumbass. I am a stupid, but now I have learned, and I'm a little less stupid for it. So I can teach you all about Botania, but again, I'm just going to teach you shit when it comes up, because this isn't a fucking how-to guide. This is a podcast. I'll talk about things when they come up. I hope the audio quality's good. I haven't fucking used this mic in forever. I'm gonna have to get used to editing videos again. But this is going up whenever, because I don't have a schedule anymore. If you guys saw me churning out all those Sonic Mania videos day after day, I did that because, like, fucking, long story short, my girlfriend really likes the Sonic Mania bullshit, and I thought maybe I could impress her into coming back. Or something, I don't know. I had dumb... Everyone turns into an idiot when they're miserable, is what I think. People just want everything to be okay, and they'll do whatever they think will make things okay, even if it's obviously stupid. So, yeah, that's my little insight on people. What am I doing? Right. I need 18 ingots of iron. And I can turn... right now I have a 1 to 2 efficiency. I can turn 1 ore into 2 ingots because of my little smeltery down there. If I can find a way to increase my efficiency, that'll be great. But for now, let's see, how many iron ore do I have? I need 9. Oh wait, I already threw all my iron ore into the smelter. Into the smeltery. So I have 8 ingots in there. That's 4, so that means I need 5 more iron ore. What for? Shut up, for. Okay, real talk though. Let's see how many I got in here. Okay, I got 1 more in there, which just means I need 4 more iron ore. That's awesome. There are things called hobgoblins, and I'm not sure if they steal your shit or not, but I think they do. Which is why all my doors are now, like, elevated above the ground like that, so that they can't hop in. Because they're smarter than zombies, and they can just open your doors up and hop right in. I always have really good luck with finding cave systems. That's the thing I've never had a problem with in Minecraft. And I hear other people, like, having a hard time finding caves. But then I see that they're living in a little hut in the middle of the plains. So I'm like, of course you're not going to find a cave system when you're out in the plains. You gotta find a hill with a cave system. Oh, shit! Yeah, you see that thing with the glowing red eyes? That's a fucking evil zombie. That's worse than a normal zombie. It comes from that obsidian totem pole. And if you kill it, it'll drop some Gucci shit. So, let's get that. Yeah. If you haven't noticed, it turns into a giant. The more damage it takes. It didn't drop anything good. What a fucking cuck. So yeah, now that I got that extra iron, I'm going to take that over here, I'm going to put it in, and get the shit that I want. So what else can I talk about? I guess I can talk about fucking Gilchrist, since that's the only thing in my life anymore. Gilchrist. I mentioned it offhand when I did Let's Plays. I fucking... Why the hell would I do Let's Plays? I mean, the market is so oversaturated, and fucking... You know, I don't have the personality for a Let's Play anyway. I'm too boring. And that's fine. It's not a bad thing, it's just a character trait. Like, I'm kinda shy, but I'm also kind of boisterous. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weird mix of different character traits. How the hell would I write me if I wanted to write me as a character? What are my key defining traits? Okay. One of my key defining traits is that I'm honest. But not honest in the sense that I'm very trustworthy and dependable. I'm more honest in the sense that if something is hard to say, that will only make me want to say it more. If I have feelings that are hard to say, the fact that I'm having a hard time saying them makes me feel like I'm being challenged to say them. And that's part of how I ever got a girlfriend in the first place, was that I felt the challenge. I felt like it was impossible to talk to someone, and that made me be like, you know what? Fuck that shit. How dare I tell myself that I can't say something? I am gonna go to that person and ask for their Skype. And I did it, and it was the fucking best decision I made. So yeah, honesty in a sense of, like, not arrogant honesty, more like, what's the term for, not pugilistic. When something tells me that I can't, it only makes me want to do it more. What do you call a person like that? You call them a fucking idiot. They're the standard idiot character in every cartoon. Who's like, oh, he's a chicken, he could never do this. Oh yeah? Well, I fucking will do that. Says fucking kids cartoon characters. If you hear me make weird, disgusting noises, it's because I'm still horrendously sick. I got fucking pneumonia, I guess, and now my grandma has it, and she's in the hospital. So I am not optimistic about her survival chances, and that's part of why I'm doing this, because I need a place to talk to. I currently have no one I can talk to. Literally nobody. I lost my phone because I'm irresponsible and disorganized. And I figured, you know what? I don't talk to anybody. I might as well not know where my phone is anymore. And now that I don't know where it is, I can't find it. And that's bad because I can't print things from my computer, people. When I use my computer, it just doesn't want to communicate to my printer. And it's probably got something to do with like how I've got 2 internet routers and a bunch of signal boosters, and they're all interfering with each other, and it's weird and gross, and nobody likes it. But it's the only way for me to get good internet, which I need up here for when I... Right. The reason I was so obsessed with getting good internet is because I wanted to do those Let's Plays for you guys. I wanted to do Paladins, but even with the good internet, Paladins is a fucking shit show. Oh, there's a bunch of good games I can show you guys. So, this is a good thing to talk about. This farm. Feed the Beast has turned farming into a piece of shit pain in the ass. It is so annoying. I don't like it at all. It's awesome. It's awesome. I feel like a scientist up here, but it's also way annoying, and I need to put way more thought into it. As far as I can tell, the best source of food that you can farm is carrots. You don't need bread. You don't need... Because bread is inefficient. It takes up too much space. 2 carrots, 3 carrots is worth 2... So 3 plots of carrots is worth 6 plots. Wait. Okay, a bread is worth 2.5. A carrot is worth 2. So it takes... A single plot of carrots is worth 4/5 of 3 plots of wheat, which means that carrots gives you more food per square area, and it also has less work. You don't need to craft anything. You could have potatoes, which is like bread, except you have to cook it, but that adds a whole new vector variable of fucking, you have to use fuel now. That's just way too much work. Carrots are the best thing in the world. So why the hell do I need to breed things? Why would I want to make, like, combining carrots and potatoes to make fucking sugarcane? Why would I want to do that? I'll tell you why you want to do that. Because there are things like cotton. You need cotton to make armor now. You turn cotton into string, and you turn the string into woven cotton, and then you turn that woven cotton. I used to have a full set of armor, which is more armor than full set of leather armor, which is more than I've ever had in Feed the Beast. So you take that, 2 of that, you got 7 woven cotton. You take that over here. Oh. Well, shut up. Don't worry about that. It's not... Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you take that, turn that, you're putting that there. You got a leather tunic. Fuck. I'll tell you what living rock is later. So yeah, that's how you get armor now. You grow it in your house. You can still use cows, but why the hell would you want to when you can grow it? It's so much more simple. You don't need to devote a big area of space to farming cows. I mean, cows are great. They give you leather, which in this game you need a lot because there are so many books you gotta make. Like, I thought that I found a way to cheat the system. I found a thing in the crafting thing. This menu over here, you can type things in. Well, you can't craft dicks in this game. You can't craft boob. You can craft book. Lex. So, you type whatever you want, and it'll show you everything with that combination of letters. And up here at the top, you've got Forge Lexicon. I hold shift for details, and I see it converts items into me, I think. Whoa. So if I get like 100 coal or something, can I convert that into a diamond? Ooh. You know? That's the thing you think about. Well, I crafted the Forge Lexicon, and it turns out to be the most useless thing in the world. It's only useful for somebody who has like a mass storage system or something, and they need to store large quantities of shit, but in a smaller area. But the problem that you would run into, where the hell is my Forge Lexicon? Okay, whatever. I probably saw it and just overlooked it. Whatever, it's unimportant. Basically, let's look at this. Copper. So when you play the game, you've got copper ingot, ooh, and another copper ingot, and copper ingot. There are 3 different mod packs that have a copper ingot. You can convert this copper ingot into that copper ingot using the Forge Lexicon. Does that change anything? No, it does not. The only thing it changes is that now you can stack them, which I guess might be helpful for somebody, but it's pretty pointless in my eyes. I don't need to convert shit, you know? So. Right. I have just been blabbing my mouth to waste time so that this thing will get done. It takes forever. Even though it's way faster than the electronic one, which I'm gonna craft later, not because I want it, but because there's an achievement that you unlock by doing it, and I'm an achievement whore. If there are achievements, the reason I play this so much isn't because there are things you can do, but because there's a quest line. Having this quest line gets me so wet. And this is the quest I'm after right now, Fast and Steady. The improved blast furnace is apparently much faster, or I can make it much faster than this furnace, which is great for me. So, wow, I went on that long tirade because I wanted to talk about Gilchrist, but I didn't tell you anything about Gilchrist. So, Gilchrist. First thing I guess I should tell you is that right now it's a My Little Pony fanfiction, but that's not going to be a permanent thing. I started writing this when I was a big brony, had a brony shirt, watched all the brony shit, watched all those analysis channels and shit. So fucking gay. I did all that. And then I kind of woke up. But the thing is, I love Gilchrist. He's like my baby. So I refuse to stop writing him until it's done. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be a 3-part. It's going to be 3 books detailing his time in Equestria. And then I have a sequel planned where it's a long shit. It's not that I don't want Gilchrist to die. I'm not doing that. It's not like I'm over-attached to him or anything. I'm over-attached to writing Gilchrist. I'm not over-attached to his survival, however. I'm perfectly willing to let him die. The problem I have, though, is that books kind of write themselves for me. I don't think what do I want to happen, the book just kind of takes it over. And Gilchrist accidentally became immortal, sorta? Not really immortal. He could die. The problem is he's too smart to die. He figures out a way to use magic to become immortal by never using his body. He walks around in fake clones of him, and whenever those die, he just goes back to his main body, makes a new clone, and then puts his body back into stasis. So that's how he lives. The story starts out, Gilchrist is a village of people. It takes place in like a weird earth where there's magic. And there's a magician out in the country of Ireland. He's like a farmer, but he wants to use magic to make it's happening during like a potato blight. One of many potato blights Ireland has had. It's happening during that, and this magician is trying to work on a cure to have, like, magical potatoes that never get hit by the blight. Oh, maybe I should do something. There is a visual aspect to this podcast that I guess I shouldn't overlook. So Gilchrist is a magician who is trying to make magical potatoes. And what he does instead, on accident, because magic is fucking gay, is he sucks in the minds and bodies of everybody who lives in the nearby village within like a huge mile or something radius. Everyone gets turned into a single human being, and all of their minds and consciousnesses get melted into his. And Gilchrist is really fucking pissed off that he's got a bunch of people in his head now. And then that's its own book, where the minds of the people all fight with Gilchrist, as they all slowly forget who they are. They forget their old lives. All they remember is their bonds with each other. Like, brother and sister will remember they are brother and sister, but they don't remember who they themselves are. They remember, oh, this is my brother. Hello, brother. Hello, friend. They forget their names. They begin giving themselves names, like, they give themselves names from letters of the alphabet. Like, there's beta and gamma. Their names don't actually mean anything. It's just names that they all choose. I did have, like, an assigned meaning back when the story was much simpler, but it got so complex that, like, there's 40 fucking people. There's 40 people in Gilchrist's head. Gilchrist himself begins to forget his own name also, because there are times when, like, two personalities can't distinguish themselves from each other, and they think they're one person, and then they get into an argument over who's Gilchrist. I'm Gilchrist. No, I'm Gilchrist. I was Gilchrist 5 seconds ago. Yeah, we were all Gilchrist at some point, but which of us was always Gilchrist? I don't have any memories of not being Gilchrist. Well, neither do I. You know, it gets really fucked. So then none of them are Gilchrist. They decide that none of them are going to be called Gilchrist. And, so you've got the original Gilchrist, who takes on the name Limelight. Why he's called Limelight, I forget. I wrote this book, but I didn't write it. It was like an oral tradition book. I just kept it around, and I would write it in my head, and I would share it with people orally. Come on. Okay. You know what? While that's working on that, I should get to work making my steel plates, because I'm gonna destroy that blast furnace, and I'm gonna combine it with all these steel plates that I'm about to make, and then that will be good. Everything will be good. I'm gonna get some fuel for that generator. This generator is really slow. This generator is very fast. However, this generator can make a shit ton of energy with very small amount of fuel, whereas this one, not so much. This one needs a lot of fuel to make a good amount of energy. So I'm gonna take some coal coke. I noticed there's poppy in this game, and what I want is I want drugs in Minecraft. I want to get some heroin in Minecraft. Mojang, please, can you just put heroin in your game? I think kids need to learn about the effects of heroin, and the best place for that is in Minecraft. If we all just smoked a little heroin, the world would be a much happier place, you know? So, do I want to explain all this to you? I don't think I do. If ever there's a comment asking me to explain shit, I will explain the complexities of what you are looking at. But for now, should I do something about that? Yeah, I'm gonna do something about it. for now, I'm just gonna trust that anyone watching either doesn't care or already knows. Because, like, really, it's not that big a deal. You don't need to know what I'm doing, you can just figure it out by watching, unless you really want to know. There we go, that's giving off power. So what's my deal right now? Right, Gilchrist. So, now you've got like these 40 people who don't remember who they were, and a thing that starts to happen is they start to devour each other. Like, if you've ever seen I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, if you've ever read it or if you've ever played the game, you will know that there are 3 super... hold on. Yeah, now that my grandma's in the hospital, I'm working on arranging transportation because we were gonna get my license a couple weeks ago. I never got it because I didn't care about having a license. And then I almost got it, but then somebody moved my social security number and didn't remember where it was, so I couldn't get it then. Now I have everything. Oh shit, do I know where my social security card... I'm gonna assume yes. I don't need any more stress right now. Let's get some carrots. So, yeah, working on the blast furnace. So you've got Gilchrist. The thing that happens is... oh yeah, so if you've seen I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, you'd know about the 3 supercomputers, the Chinese one, the American one, and the Russian supercomputer. They were built to fight war with each other on like hyper fast levels because war was taking place so fast that people couldn't even comprehend it anymore. You'll know that the 3 supercomputers, the American one, instead of fighting the other supercomputers, what it did was it just dominated them and integrated them into its hardware. It like took over them and like made them part of its software. So that's something that happens in Gilchrist. Some personalities just be like, no, you are a part of me now. You don't have an identity. You are just another extension of my consciousness. And then a super duper massive war breaks out in Gilchrist's head with like alliances and fucking all this crazy bullshit. And Gilchrist, realizing how fucked he is and how it's entirely possible that he will not be able to like stay himself, he might get assimilated by one of these other personalities, puts himself into a magical coma. And he does this by like ejecting himself from time and space until he can fix his head. And if he does fix his head, he will be able to eject himself from the void between worlds. But if one of the other personalities assimilates him, well then they will be trapped in the void between worlds forever. That's his deal. So Gilchrist goes on like this. He's outside of time and space so that he doesn't need to worry about the physical world. He can just focus on the war that's happening in his head. And he makes this whole like world inside of his brain where there's like ecosystems. The personalities, the minds of the people manifest themselves in the world. So let's say you've got like Ruvik. Think about Ruvik in the STEM thing, in that shitty game, The Evil Within. Like all the people's minds are connected to each other. And I wrote this book when I was in 6th grade, so that's like 10 years ago. I wrote this way before The Evil Within ever came out, so if anyone ever fucking accuses me of stealing from The Evil Within stole from me. It's just too good of an idea not to think of. We both probably got influenced by somebody. Anyway, the inside of Gilchrist's brain is now just like the STEM machine. Everyone's mind contributes to creating the world. Ah, great. I have all the steel I need. It's almost time to make fast steel. Awesome. You know, I didn't think this would go so well. Because, I don't know, I feel like if something's awesome and in my reach, something's gonna get in my way. But nothing got in my way. Well, fuck. Wow. I would have gotten really pissed off. So, that's the inside of Gilchrist's head, and this war goes on for years and years and years. And Limelight realizes that he can't win. But he does know of somebody who can win. Instead, he's like... The way war is waged in his brain is you'd never come out unscathed. If you're fighting with another personality and they don't completely assimilate you, they will take a part of your mind from you. They will take your personality traits. You are fighting for your very identity. So, Limelight begins to lose parts of his identity, and he realizes that if he were to win, he would not be a stable human being anymore. He would not be able to function as a person. And he takes a look and finds that none of them would be able to function as people if they had to. So what he decides to do instead is, instead of any one person winning this war, he will make an alliance with a few of them and assure their victory. Oh, right. I need a hopper for this thing. So that means more iron, 5 more iron, right? What's the new recipe for a hopper? Good, just iron. So, okay, more iron ore. Off to get the iron ore. Or am I? This is so fucking gay. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm trying to remember where I was. So, Limelight finds out that he's not gonna live, and he comes up with another plan, and he doesn't figure this out all on his own. There's another personality in there called Gamma, and Gamma is like, dude, I have been watching this shit go down. None of these people, if anyone wins, and if anyone goes back to the real world, they will destroy themselves, because we have all become so self-destructive that we cannot maintain health. So Limelight picks out a few of the personalities. He picks out 6 of them, each of whom have a particular strength that he feels if they all combined their strengths and if they all work together, they could keep Gilchrist alive. And so the ones he picks are Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Zeta, Delta, and Omega. Those are the 6 that he picks out of the massive swarm of people. And he communicates to them because Limelight is special. Because this is his brain and his body, he can, like, exist and communicate in ways that the other personalities are not capable of doing. So he does this. He uses his, like, special perks, his special admin powers, to lead these 6, bring them all together, bring them all to one place in the brain, and then what he does is he just destroys his own mind. He destroys everything but them. He locks everything away by creating this overpowered cannibal beast that sole purpose is to consume everything and everyone except for them. And that he names that one Quantum. So you've got Quantum, which is a total evil predator parasite thing designed to wipe everybody else out and leave just those 6 alive. And then once Quantum eats all of them, Quantum just, like, sits there mindlessly, gibbering random bullshit because he now has the minds of 34 people. He can't think straight. He has so many different conflicting thoughts and opinions that he can't think. He can't be a person. So Quantum just exists and is just off to the side. They never think about him. And the story ends with 6 broken individuals, 6 people who by themselves would not be able to live, working together to pilot a body. And Limelight had arranged for them to be expunged from the void between worlds. The thing Limelight didn't understand, though, because he didn't really fucking know his shit. He was a dabbling magician. He accidentally sent them out of the universe. No, he didn't accidentally send them out of the universe, but he didn't fully understand the mechanics of it. Once he sends himself back into the real world, he doesn't send himself into the original universe. He sends himself into a different universe, not normal Earth. And in this universe, there's a god. I have gods in my universe. It doesn't work like normal gods. You can compete to be God in my canon, in my universe, in my multiverses. A person's soul could become the god of the world. It's very complicated, but also not really. So there's this god. Gilchrist enters this god's world. What was the god's name? Fucking... not Maria. Her name was... it was a female god named Tractatus. Right. Tractatus. Which is Latin for movement, but also manipulation. And that's Tractatus's thing. But Tractatus also is like a very motherly thing. Manipulative, but motherly. And her whole... she's got this ideology that a perfect world is a world that never changes. And Gilchrist enters this world and just is in the void of space. And Tractatus sort of devours him the moment he enters that world and just like tucks him away inside of her to be static and never changing. And that's where Gilchrist's story ends for a while. A very eldritch, weird, fucked up ending that is very anticlimactic. And it stays that way for a long time until Tractatus is contacted by another god from another world named Gaia. And it's the god of the My Little Pony world. And Gaia is like, hey, I need your help. The spirit of chaos and disharmony in my world has been turned to stone. And that's not good. I need a spirit of chaos and disharmony. Do you have any creatures in your world that are so fucked up and chaotic and powerful? Do you have anything like that? And Tractatus is like, well, I've got this thing named Gilchrist, and from what I've looked at it is the most fucked up creature I've ever witnessed in my world. You might like it. And Gaia's like, yeah, that sounds great. Give me Gilchrist. I'll do a favor for you in return. Tractatus is like, okay, here, you can have Gilchrist. And so then that brings you into Gilchrist's adventures in the My Little Pony world, where his job is to just fuck the world up. He doesn't know that, though. Gaia doesn't communicate to him for a long time. Because Gaia has rules. These are self-imposed rules, because if she feels that if she just did whatever the hell she wanted, she would go insane from boredom. So she made rules up to keep herself entertained. And one of those rules is that she can't just directly fuck with the world without a very, very good, like, stopping the world from ending reason. So Gaia has an excuse to put Gilchrist in the world, and that is that the student of the princess is a magician in training, sort of. She's like a magical scientist. and she is experimenting with conjuring magic, like bringing creatures from other universes. Whoa. That's really fucking weird looking, but it's also kind of cool. How fast is this thing? I'm gonna look up the whole deal with this thing, the improved blast furnace FTV. Yeah, this episode's gone on for about an hour. I'm gonna finish explaining Gilchrist, and then it's gonna be the end. Actually, I'm currently writing Gilchrist's adventures in Equestria, so I'm not gonna tell you too much about it. I'm not gonna tell you about where it's going. But let's just see here. The reinforced blast furnace is a multi-block added by immersive engineering. It must be arranged. Okay, so I'm back. I might have cut out that last part. If I did, then here's the deal. I am going to tell you a little bit about what's going on with Gilchrist right now, and then I'm going to end this episode, because it's an hour long or so. Might be only half an hour, but who gives a fuck? This is just the first podcast. I could go on. I have no problem with it, but, you know, I got college in like 2 hours. I got to start getting ready for that. So, we eat that carrot and talk about Gilchrist. This thing. Let's see how fast it is. Give me some iron and some coal coke. 'Cause I love me some coke. That iron. Alright. So, what's the deal? What am I talking about? Right, Gilchrist. So, Gilchrist is a motherfucker. And, he gets summoned into Equestria by Twilight Sparkle. That's her name. If you don't like My Little Pony, sorry, I'm gonna talk about it sometimes, because, like, it's a part of my life. So, hope that doesn't turn you off, but what the fuck ever. There's a million people on the internet. I'm not afraid of losing 90% of them. So, what goes in there, what goes in there. Let's take a quick look. See how fast that looks. Okay, I think that might be moderately faster than the original steel furnaces. So that's good, but I can also make it even faster by putting some weird bullshit on the left and right. So the blast furnace preheaters. Okay. That's pretty simple, I think. Sheet metal, yeah, I can make that. I can make that. It's a relatively complex recipe, but, you know, sometimes you gotta choose between going the easy route and getting that good. And I want that good. So, Gilchrist is summoned by Twilight Sparkle. The purpose of her summoning him is she wants to contact a civilization from another universe. And she feels like it would be the ultimate achievement to be the unicorn who is renowned for starting this great relationship with another civilization, and it would improve trade and stuff. You know, all that bullshit that we think about when we make friends with aliens. So, that's the thing. And she tries to summon an alien, and Guy just, like, slips Gilchrist in between there. And so instead of summoning an alien, she summons Gilchrist. And that's the start of the world. Hold on. Alright, I'm back, and it's about time to wrap it up. I might do a thing. I might start a Discord or something so that like you guys can send questions to me or stuff for me to talk about in the podcast. But this is just me talking about my life and what's making it up. And right now the only thing in my life is fucking Minecraft, dude. Minecraft, college, which I don't even care about anymore, you know? Now that I don't need to live long, I'm not sure why I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it anyway, because who knows, maybe I'll change my mind in the future, but right now, it's just a big fucking meme to me. Like, oh, I'm sitting in college because I want to succeed in life? And you know, maybe I'll talk about that sometimes. Like, it's not that I'm depressed. I'm not miserable. I don't hate life. I think life is hilarious. And that's the only reason I'm still doing it. Because it's funny. I'm not attached to it. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of being dead. The only thing that makes me uncomfortable is the idea of dying. I don't like I don't know what it's gonna feel like, you know? Like, I imagine being dead, depending on if any religion in the world ever got it right. I'm under the impression that being dead is just gonna be like before I was born, which was, if you remember it, of course you don't, because there was nothing. I'm not afraid of nothing, dude. I used to be afraid of it only because I thought, oh, that's gonna be so boring. I'm just gonna be nothing. But now I'm like, no, actually, that's gonna be the best. That's a great no midterms when I'm dead, dude. No fucking assholes. Except that like I hardly know any assholes, and the only people who are mean to me, they aren't mean to me because they're bad people. They're mean to me because they have like a bad impression of me or something. And no one's even mean to me either. They're just like don't want to talk to me, which is something I can respect. If someone doesn't want to talk to me, fine. I'm not gonna push myself into your world. You've got your world, I've got mine. Maybe that's a topic for another fucking podcast. I have no way of checking to see how long I've been recording, by the way. Does it tell me anywhere here? Oh, it does. 55 minutes. Okay. I never noticed that until now. So that's good. That's a good time for a podcast. I'll have that upload while I'm at college. Maybe I should end it right now. Yeah, because it's going to take fucking forever to render. What quality should I have it render at? Because, you know, this is Minecraft. Maybe I'll just do like 720 or 480p. Oh, there's a furious zombie. So we accomplished very little, but that's a theme I'm noticing in Feed the Beast, is that everything takes forever to do. Because the recipes are so massive. And I guess that's how it's designed. Maybe I'll show you some progress on the next thing. What am I doing? Blast furnace preheaters. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show you me making those preheaters. So what do I need? Let's see. I'm gonna make 2 of these. So I need 8 iron ingots for both of these. Or 8, okay, 8 iron ore. 8 iron ore. Plus 4 iron ore. So I need 12 iron ore. Plus 2 iron ore. Shit, that's a lot of fucking math. Okay, okay. Oh, wait, that's gonna need more than 12 iron ore then. Fuck. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? 15 iron, 15 copper ore. That's my goal. Gonna get that, and if it's not enough, I'll go again and get more. So 15 of each. I think this is the best direction for iron and copper. Not sure. I'm not sucking this cave dry at all, but I have not been having good luck finding copper, which is a pretty big resource in this game. You use it for a lot of shit. Oh, right. There's this weird cave. I've hardly explored this one. Yep. Okay, good. Got copper. You're gonna see me target the copper more than I do the iron, because copper's just way more important and it's way harder to find. It's not harder to find exactly, it's just I'm having a harder time finding it lately. Do I have any coal nearby? I hate torches. I hate needing to worry about that. That's why it's my favorite in this game when you get blood magic and you can fucking put infinite torches everywhere. Nah. That's aluminum. It's almost entirely worthless, in my opinion. I've hardly ever seen it worthwhile. Is that enough iron already? Almost. Okay, this shopping trip went faster than I expected. I thought I'd have to be spelunking quite a bit. But let's see. 4 more iron, 3 more copper. I'm not going to be a Minecraft Let's Play guy, by the way. I'm just doing this because fuck it, you know? I'm playing an obscene amount of Minecraft. I might as well record it and put it on the internet. Maybe one day I will finally be able to run ads. And then I can make that sweet, sweet 4 cents per video, dude. Oh shit. Okay, I'm alive. Where can I find some good? I have not explored that mountain over there. Maybe there's an exposed ore vein. Or an open cave. There's all these. Maybe I should start harvesting these, but I prefer to I don't like making shovels. Because it's just such a fucking waste of my time. I would rather wait till I have a mining drill, and then I'll pick those up whenever I have it. Because the mining drill operates as a pickaxe and shovel. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a dead-end area, but I'm going to explore it all the way to the end anyway. Again, if I'm making sick, gross noises, I'll try to edit those out. Hopefully you guys don't have to deal with that. I've been sick for a fucking month now. I don't know if it's like missing my ex sick or something, because I got sick the moment we broke up, dude. And it's been that way fucking since. Like, I feel like I'm moving on pretty well emotionally, you know? I'm pretty over it. It's not that I lost, it's that my life is back to normal. I had more than usual, and now I'm back to the average lonely me, which isn't bad. I don't hate being lonely. I mean, I don't hate being alone. I do hate being lonely, though. So if I can just keep my loneliness at bay, then this isn't such a horrible thing. Wow, that was a lot of copper in one place. Just need to find some iron now. I fucking love the sword, by the way. The long sword, it's, I think it's the Tinkerer. That's the thing that gives you these kinds of weapons, where you use stencils and stuff. The long sword is so good for moving around, because it just sends you rocketing in any direction you want. Like, see that tree? Well, okay. I can't quite jump that high, but I can jump pretty fucking high. It saved my life more than once. Like, even at the end game, I'll hold my powerful weapon in one arm, and then in the other I'll just hold like a shitty little longsword that I can use to get around. And if you notice the like green stuff, it's because I've put moss. I've put moss onto my weapons, and it's like an auto repair function. So that's a great thing. Ooh, an obsidian pillar. which means this area should be evil. Let's take a look. Wow, this pillar is not making any evilness at all. Let's expose the inside of it. I got very lucky. At the beginning of this game, I went down into my cave and I immediately found a chest full of materials to make pickaxes that can dig through obsidian. It's pretty awesome. Ooh. I have never dug through one of these before, so I don't really know what that was. Ethereal essence. Okay. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, I'll learn more about that later. Thaumcraft is a pretty cool mod. Ah yes, berries. The Magikarp of food. I did not know that there was this lush green landscape just behind that shitty forest. I didn't know that mountain was there either. If I had known about that mountain, I probably would have lived there instead of living over by that meteor. Because fuck man, I love mountains. They make me so happy. When I look at a mountain, I just want to fucking turn it into a castle. That's just what I love. I'm like a fucking beaver, except with mountains and castles instead of rivers and dams. Okay, I'm gonna start heading towards home because there's definitely plenty of iron in my mine that I could just get. So, the main thing that I focus on, this mod pack has two big directions you can go. The electrical energy route and the magical route. The magical route lets you use things like plants to your advantage and make magical bullshit. You're just basically Harry Potter. That's literally... oh. Oops. These obsidian totem poles are pretty worthless. I don't like to hold on to them, actually. You can't do anything with them. You can't turn them back into obsidian. So I'm gonna put this up, and maybe next time you'll see me have a friend. I know I've been promising that before. I've got people. I just gotta fucking make shit happen, you know? I have fewer people than I had before. My initial plan was to have Nora play Minecraft with me. Dude, fuck. I don't wanna. I don't want that to cloud my thoughts right now. But I got like a guy down the street. He's pretty cool. He can do stuff. But like, he's also not very reliable when it comes to planning. For all sorts of reasons, largely because of his memory. But also, like, I'm not very clean. I'm not an orderly person. So I don't know if I'll be... oh, there's a zombie there. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my room clean for a person to come over. Like, I'm cleaning it up. I'm learning a lot about myself in the process, like how to make myself automatically clean things. But I don't know. Like, I had motivation to do it before, but now I don't really have any motivation. I don't have any neat people in my life anymore, so it's just me doing it on my own. Oh, I don't want to swim. I guess I'm gonna swim. Shit, it's 5:30. I'm gonna end this video. So thank you guys for watching, and leave a comment below if there's even one person watching. Leave like something you want me to talk about, something that interests you, and I'll totally talk about it. So bye.